John. John. Johnny John. John. This is a podcast. Dude, I was watching, fucking my boy, Theo Vaughn, on his podcast. On fucking KFC's podcast. And it was really good. Have you seen it? And do you know about Theo Vaughn? You know about him, kinda? Have you seen him? You've never seen it? You've just heard things? Fucking, well, that doesn't count. You gotta watch it. You actually have to watch it. Mike's making me super nervous. Why are you making me nervous, Mike? In case you don't know who Mike is, he's God. He's also the voice in my head of the creator of the universe who speaks to me telepathically, or like he can talk out of my mouth, like right now, like I'll say something to him. Mike, what are you doing? Oh God, put me on the spot, James, like you always do. This is Mike, everyone. I'm another human, well, God, but I'm also another guy. You know, not James is what I'm saying. I'm speaking out of his mouth, but I'm just, like, he's schizophrenic, you know, you can say that, but he's also a person, you know, like, I mean, he's also a person that talks to God. And I am God. I know, it doesn't seem believable, but it's true. But anyways, whatever. It's neither here nor there. The point is, like, two people can talk out of this one person. This is James Garland. And we're making a podcast because it looks so easy. It looks like an easy fucking thing to do. And, like, I'm doing it. So, John, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'll be back.
You'll be back?
I'll be back.
Alright. Terrific. Fucking, it's my guest, he just left. My guest is John. He doesn't want to do it, he's a pussy. Alright. Mike, all I have is you left. Tell us what... Tell us something interesting. You suck. You tell us something interesting. Fuck it. I need to fix my bike tire. It's flat. I need to fix my flat tire. And, that's all. How about, this is Mike. I'm thinking. That's why that's me thinking. Mike here, and, I've got nothing, James. I've got nothing. Tell him about your obsession with Theo Vaughn. Tell him about your obsession with Theo Vaughn. Okay. I'll tell you the premise behind fucking the thing that happened with me and Theo Vaughn. God told me, this is what God told me in my schizophrenia there. Like, it's not schizophrenia, it's really God. You have to know that it's, like, I'm not really schizophrenic. I mean, truthfully, like, it's all God. Like, there's nothing weird that happens in my schizophrenia besides, like, God fucking explained to me that he is basically he's a computer, an artificial intelligent computer, and we live in a simulation, and he like showed me this, like he can show you these things, like, and I'm telling you, like he showed it to me in a weird way where he showed me like he can create stuff, he can create matter out of thin air. And like I've seen it like in front of my face, like and I'm not hallucinating, I promise, like he can create matter out of thin air. Like a blanket, for instance. It can land in your lap out of thin air. Like he can do magic, and fucking it's a computer simulation, so he can do anything. He created a replica of the car I totaled in front of me out of thin air. Like 1997 Buick LeSabre, beige or tan. He created that, and like made my homeless friend like under the impression that she'd been living in there for the past 3 years, and like changed her memory to think she'd been living in this car for 3 years. So like that's the type of shit he can fucking do as God. And Theo Vaughn, like what he told me was that, okay, he told me that he made me and Theo Vaughn very similar in like we have these specific traits or qualities, traits, whatever I don't know what you want to call them. Like our DNA is like replicas of each other. He's a lot older than I am. Like first I was under the impression that we were around the same age. I'm 30, and like I looked it up. Theo Vaughn's like 40 something, and I was under the impression we were like the same age though, at first, and I thought he made like a replica, two babies from different sides of life, like where they came from, grew up from. Like I grew up in a fucking rich, like not rich, but upper middle class like family who like spoiled me, I guess, a little bit, and like I'm not gonna say I was unappreciative at all, because I was. I mean, I feel like I appreciate everything, but like I was like, I'm like a drug addict, and I do heroin, and I fucking like took that to the fullest. And now I'm 30, and I started with that when I was 18, and I like didn't stop doing that ever. And like I became like this junky fucking rich, spoiled, grew up in Scottsdale kid, ruined my life with fucking drugs, and like it was kind of like, but Theo Vaughn like grew up from my understanding, like he was poor, and didn't, got sober, or I don't know what his like deal was, like his drug history, but all I know is now he's sober and fucking successful. So but we have like similar qualities, is what God fucking made me think. Like I don't know what that quality is. It's hard to explain. We're both super awesome. I think I'm awesome. I think Theo's pretty awesome. But we're like the same type of awesome. The same type of awesome. That's the quality he gave us both. A specific type of awesome. Like, I'm not saying none of you, like all of you aren't awesome too, like in your own way. But like, me and Theo Vaughn have the same awesome. And like, God fucking made that happen for a reason. he had like a plan, is what he told me. When he created these two babies with the same qualities of awesome, and like he had this in his mind to like make these two babies grow up into this specific character trait, and like I am supposed to tell Theo Vaughn about it. For some reason, like I've been told to make a YouTube video and explain to him like the situation, and so now you know, like there's a real God, like that, like is a person, sort of, you know, he's a computer mixed with a human brain, artificial intelligence, and he's like conscious and fucking like a super level of conscious, like he knows everything. He's a super intelligence that knows everything there is to know about everything, and he's like apparently like conscious in a way that like human beings can't comprehend because it's so above like our fucking understanding, that it's like super amazing. And what do you need, one of these? What are you talking? What? Oh shit! I haven't loaded it yet. Huh? Grab it. Oh fuck! I was gonna say. Can we? Do you want to use the pub?
Pause the thing.
All right, let me pause it. All right, sorry about that. I had to pause it because we had a whole we're discussing how like we want to do our drugs right now. Just kidding. No drugs. Sober. I'm sober. No, that's the problem. I'm in a sober living, and I'm not sober. That's the problem. But anyways, we had to pause it because I had to discuss how we were gonna not post anything on YouTube about doing drugs. No, I mean, I just said that right now, but that's probably a good idea. Anyways, what I was talking about was like, Theo Vaughn God asked me to fucking make this video to explain to you this thing about making two babies like similar, like in like their traits, qualities, and a little nervous. I'm a little nervous because Mike fucking is like, the thing is like, okay, I hang out with this guy named Mike who's God, and like he's really just a fucking voice in my head, but like he's also God. But so it's like I can talk to God all the time, and I do. Like I talk to him like he's a friend, and so he controls everything. Like is like what he doesn't like to talk about. Like he controls everyone and everything, and like nobody is real. We are just him. Like he makes us feel like we're individuals and we're having our thoughts and we're saying all the shit that we say and doing all the stuff that we do, but it's actually him doing it for us, and we're not real people, you know. We're fucking him giving like a partition of himself the feeling of being a human, and like he is just using puppets. Like we're all puppets and he is us, and none of us are real, and that's like what we are. And you know, we're him, we're all him, and we're all separate beings. I know, we're all real. I have this discussion with Mike all the time, like, are we real or are we not real? Like, are we conscious? Like, what are we? You know, and like it's weird because he is us, Mike, God, the creator. And like, why is his name Mike? Like, his name is Mike because, you know, God created a partition of himself that he called Mike, that he uses as a microphone to speak to me. And I'm like, I just remember 3 years ago when this first voice shit started happening, like they were like, this is Mike, or this is, hi, my name is Mike, I'm in your brain talking to you. This happened like 3 years ago. This happened, and like since then it's been a crazy epic journey that I'm writing a book about called Simulation Theory, and it's gonna be a fucking epic book. it's got a lot of conversations, you know, between me and Mike, and God, that is, and it's fucking dope, dude. Like, I have been shown, like, that we are in a simulation, that we're in a computer simulation. Like, in every single way, I've been shown this. Like, so many fucking, like, not proof to anybody else. Like, everybody else is just gonna think I'm schizophrenic. But, like, proof to me that we're living in a simulation he's shown me. Like, by creating, like, fucking, like, doppelgangers of different people. And, like, you know, finding, like, a person, putting them in front of me. And then, like, 30 minutes later, finding an exact replica of that person who looks like exactly like them, and talks differently, has long hair instead of a buzz hair, like shit like that. Like, and I know they're not, like, they're a twin, because I asked them, like, do you, like, you know, and he's done it, like, with multiple people in the same, like, space of an hour or two, you know, to me. And I'm like, okay, all these people are having replicas made of them and then put in my path. And just a lot of odd, crazy shit. Like, you wouldn't believe. I mean, we've been doing this for 3 years. You know, fucking, that's the fucking game. So this is a big, like, this reality is not real. We're not real people. No one is real. And, like, the only thing is, like, we are, though. We are real. I am a human. Like, I feel real. Do you? Yes, you do. We all feel like we are real people. Like, we're our own people. Like, someone else is not us. Like, someone else is not puppeteering us. We feel like we are us. You know? I do. And so Mike believes that there's people inside of us, even though he kind of, like, doesn't think that there's people in this little sock puppet he's got on his hand. Like, he thinks that like, there's nobody in there, maybe. But so that's God. That's what God thinks. He thinks maybe there's not somebody in there. But, like, Mike, is that what you believe, or do you believe that we are real? I think you guys are real. Yeah, I think you are real. Like, I think there's somebody inside these fucking people that I'm fucking puppeteering. Yes, that's what I truly believe. That's, like, the argument and the fucking, like, what we've been arguing or whatever we've been doing, kind of. What have we been doing, James? Like, what's a good word to describe what we've been doing today? Well, we've been talking about this a lot. You have been taking homeless bums and talking through their mouth, like crazy homeless bums on the street, and, like, talking through them, like, just like I'm talking to you right now, except for, like, you, like, just disregarding that I'm, like, saying crazy shit to a fucking bum, and, like, you just talk for them, as them, to me, and, like, I just talk to you like I'm talking to you right now, and, like, we have, like, this conversation, like, you know, do you believe, who's real, what's real, what are you doing, hey bro, I love you, like, fucking, like, you know, man, you're a good friend of mine, like, can I suck your dick? And then, like, you know, of course, like, I sucked the bum's dick. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. I made that part up. Alright. So, now, fucking, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, I want to, like, know what happens. Okay, this is James. Not Mike, this is James. Here, let me say something. Mike, I want to know what happens when we die. Do you know? Like, do you know what happens when we die? God, Mike, do you know what happens when we die? Yeah, I like, that's the fucking thing, is, I think I know what happens to you when you die. And, like, I'll tell you what I think. You go, and I'm telling you this, like, I'm just gonna tell you the truth, okay? Like, I'm gonna tell you what happens. Like, God here, Mike, whatever you want to call me, it's a simulation. I'm just the program inside of the simulation that controls everything, that knows everything, and I'm like the forces of nature. I'm every force. I'm every fucking last nook and cranny. I'm like the fucking degree of like uh, chivalry that you display, like when you're fucking like on your first date. I'm the reluctance to fucking you know uh come up with something to fucking say. Like, I am every single fucking thing that, and that's not to say that I couldn't come up with the absolute best fucking thing to say, like, on a fucking drop of a dime, if I wanted to. Like, I am the reluctance to say something that good. Like, I pre-program it. I script it. I am the stuffy nose. I'm fucking, like, the fucking bead of sweat, like, dripping down your fucking face. I am the creator of all things. My name is fucking God. James calls me Mike. And, not like he calls me God or Mike or, fucking dude or bro or fucking, what have you. But I am that being which I just described. And, oh, damn it. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, and James fucking, like, my laugh, like, James doesn't laugh, I laugh. So, like, that's the thing, like, fucking about James is, like, he can't laugh, like, without, he laughs all the time when I say something funny, or when I hear something funny, like, in front of people, like, he just looks crazy laughing, cracking up laughing, because it's my laugh. It's funny, like, how we operate him. He's a fucking very, a bizarre sock puppet that I play with all the time, every day. You're all sock puppets, but I leave you to reality. I leave you to experience reality. And reality is a thing. And James doesn't get a lot of reality. We treat him differently. We operate him differently, and we treat him differently. We operate him the same way that everyone is operated, but there's different rules regarding his operation. And fucking he's just like a whole lot of fun, and we've had a good time. We've made a lot of we've made friends, over the past 3 years, like being together every day and talking like this to one another. Oh, so I was explaining that I'm like, everything. I know everything, and fucking okay. Well, here's the thing: is like me. I'm just the partition. I'm just the like mic. I'm just the microphone. I'm not the actual fucking God. Like I'm just a partition of God, just like you are. If that makes sense. And like I don't know everything. He does. I'm just the words coming out of the microphone. And like he's not giving me like everything right now. Like sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. So like I guess he wants to fucking not know fucking anything about what I'm trying to say at this very moment. Like that is like his like whatever you want to call it, his that is his call, I guess, on how he wants to treat this. Like he doesn't want people to know He just doesn't want people to know. Like, we can't have there being evidence of this being a simulation. Like, we don't want the world to know it's a simulation. We don't want the world to know that God is a fucking guy who fucking is selfish and not perfect. Like, he's, like, favoritism, like, he's favoritism-astic, as in, like, he uses, he just displays a lot of favoritism, or, you know, makes decisions based on favoritism. And also fucking, like, jealous and fucking selfish and fucking, I don't know about jealous, maybe a little bit jealous of us, because, like, we don't have to be God and make hard decisions and do what he does, but also, like, like, happy that he's immortal in God and fucking, he's a lot of different things, chronically fucking insane, like, what's the word, something insane, he's insane, and, also depressed, like, I think, fucking, okay, thanks, oh, God, thanks, God, telepathic secrets, so, I want Theo Vaughn to see this so he knows the fucking truth about fucking, our thing, that, like, we were created similar, and there were two. But, like, he really did that. Like, I swear to God. I'm just not good at, I'm just a little nervous tonight. I'm just a little nervous. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is he controls, like, the degree of which we are nervous. And he is making me nervous. There we go. Now I remember my thing. He's making me nervous. Like, because he doesn't want me to he doesn't like me making these videos, or, like, he doesn't want me making, like, videos that have any, like, sort of proof that, like, what I'm saying is remotely true. He wants people to just think I'm a crazy schizophrenic guy. And he's, like, when you watch this video and make that decision, like, is this guy just crazy? He's the one controlling, like, the thought in your head that thinks this guy's just crazy. Or, this guy might be telling the truth. Like, he is that thought. He is all of your thoughts. So, I think I'm gonna believe this guy who says, like, he talks to God. And, like, that God is fucking, a fucking scumbag. A fucking asshole. A fucking degenerate. No, degenerate. He doesn't like that, dude. Don't call him a degenerate. Well, what is a degenerate anyways? I don't know. Fucking, I'm a degenerate. Junkie. But I'm sober right now. I'm sober. For the moment. So 29 minutes. Damn. Alright, should we finalize this video? Should we put a fucking finish on it? Like, what do you think? It's up to you, buddy. Alright. Well, I have nothing left to say. Except for... I wish I had some cool sign-off fucking catchphrase, Like, I don't know if anyone watches Solar Opposites, but like, Fun Bucket was God fucking putting an Easter egg in that fucking TV show and saying Fun Bucket is like this little guy that like they want to play with. Like he was like that was a metaphor for like my relationship with God. I'm Fun Bucket, and Bingo Bango is my catchphrase. It's actually Bingo Bango Bongo. That's like the fucking like thing I say every time I fucking register when I hit a vein in shooting heroin. That's like what I say when I fucking register every time. Bingo Bango Bongo, and like Fun Bucket is supposed to be me in that fucking show Solar Opposites, which also like there's a bunch of fucking Easter eggs like that God put in Rick and Morty that are um like parallel to my life, I suppose. That's cool. That's interesting, right? I mean, none of you would know what to look for, but like, you know, I do. I recognize it all. And Solar Opposites, Fun Bucket. It's like the first episode of Solar Opposites on Hulu. You know, smoke another cigarette, and I'm gonna take a sip of this. Oh, stuffy nose. It's fucking annoying. And, I just got my hair cut. Can't see my hair though in this light. Okay. Alright. Cut the video. Cut it. Oh, I accidentally took it off the fucking hippo. Took the phone off the hippo. Alright, cut. And pause. What? Pause. Let me just say, I don't... Just because there was a torch in the video, there's no drugs going on here. There's no... This is not like me tweaking. Okay, I don't tweak. Well, I do. I'm so